Summer sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Fiscus Jewelers, Rainbow of the Heartland, the all-new Prairie Trail Sports Complex, All-Star Concrete, the Zoom Room, Knocker Ball 118, Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, and Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Summer sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Keystone Home Inspections, Reed Plumbing, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, the Sassy Flower Bakery, Alter Trading Corporation, West 40 Market, Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Rod Brannon with Shelter Insurance, the New York Life Offices of Josh Cowart, Dr. Brett Renzi and Health First Chiropractic, U.S. Cellular, the Helpful Smiles of Hy-Vee, Dr. Christy Semro with iMart Express, and Springer Floor Care.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Summer sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Nick Jarash Fitness, Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ted Sandine Photography, Extreme Services, Sinorama Ankeny, and Amy Wiederin with Coldwell Banker.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Iowa High School Athletic Association postseason baseball tonight from the north side of Ankeny. Andy Pollock and Cash Von Bali with you for this audio-only broadcast tonight as we bring you the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars against the Des Moines North Polar Bears tonight as we get rolling here the first round of the postseason tournament. We've got our starting lineups going on right now.
And Troy Skinner. The head coach is Alex Gower. Now for the home team, the Centennial Jaguars. They'll lead off with the center fielder, number 16, Easton Miller. In the 2 spot behind the plate tonight, Nick Severson. Batting third, number 7, the first baseman, Damon Churchman. In the cleanup spot, he's on the hill tonight, pitching, number 24, Joey Oakey. In the 5th spot, the third baseman, number 23, Emerson Alberhaski. Batting 6th, the shortstop, number 5, Lucas Bruel. Batting 7th, the left fielder, number 10, Sean Stewart. Batting 8th, number 3, the right fielder, Cole Grider. And batting 9th for the Jags, the second baseman, number 29, Isaac Bruel. The Jaguars are coached by assistant coaches Sean Lynham, Drew Prongy, and Bob White. The head coach is Mark High. The umpires for tonight's game are Greg Gill and Mike Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please join us and direct your attention to the flag as we honor America and those who protect our freedom with the playing.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Drosh Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Summer sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Fiscus Jewelers, Rainbow of the Heartland, the all-new Prairie Trail Sports Complex, All-Star Concrete, the Zoom Room, Knockerball 118, Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, and Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel.
Welcome back to baseball here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollock, Cash Von Bali with you here tonight. It is Iowa High School Athletic Association postseason baseball. Des Moines North is here on the north side of Ankeny for this audio-only presentation tonight, presented by Lamberti Goki and Lucci Law. And tonight, Cash, on paper, it's a mismatch for Centennial tonight as they go up against the 1-28 Des Moines North Polar Bears. One of those games for a team like Centennial, who's focused on making a long postseason run. It's all about staying tuned in on what's important.
Yeah, Centennial's always had a goal to make it to the championship and get a title. Most definitely this year, you can tell that they were focused in on most of their games. Had played Johnson a couple times, a tough matchup against them. First series took the couple W's and then went over to Johnson, took a win, and then also took a loss. But looking at a couple of those teams, going into the postseason, it's not going to be easy. But one of these games tonight, Jaguars is just going to have to stay focused. With Oakey on the mound, it's going to be hopefully a good game by him. And Searson behind the plate, blocking a couple of balls. I think we'll see a great game by the Jaguars.
Joey Oakey on the hill tonight for the Jaguars comes in. It's just an outstanding junior campaign. Has walked more batters and hit more batters than he's given up in hits. So a guy that keeps that plate, he owns it.
Yeah.
As as you've seen, I know you've had an opportunity to play a lot of baseball, Cash, but Okie, he'll throw a fastball up in the upper 90s, and then he'll come back with that curveball dropping down in the lower 80s, and just a mystifying pitch that he throws. Leading off tonight for Des Moines North, Tegan O'Brien going to start things off.
Tegan O'Brien.
O'Brien comes into the game batting .367. He is the #1 batter here in this Des Moines North lineup, and he is crowding the plate quite a bit. First pitch on the outside corner for strike #1 from Joey Okie. Okie operates from the stretch anyway. Second pitch is fouled off into foul territory, and quickly ahead in the count, Joey Okie 0-2. Okie coming off a little bit of a rehab off a deep thigh bruise. Something that he can work through. They'll have an opportunity to ride him to the state tournament. He throws that on the outside corner for strike 3. And Okie gets the first out of the night on the backwards K there on Tegan O'Brien.
Top half of the first for North. Brings up number 12, the first baseman.
That'll bring up Dupree Whitney Jr., first baseman for Des Moines North. He's batting .236 on the season. First pitch from Okie. Swing and a miss. Low and away for strike 1. 62 degrees at first pitch tonight with a light rain in the air. Wind is blowing in from right, which would be from the northwest here at Ankeny Centennial. And it's gray skies, and it's hard to believe this is July, 6th or 7th right now, as that one is fouled off, and actually not fouled off. That is considered a drop third strike. Has Whitney. The pitch was long ways away, and Okie gets his second strikeout of the inning, but Whitney reaches first on technically, I believe, a wild pitch, as I'm not sure that Severson had an opportunity to get that one.
Yeah, he put an effort towards it and then just couldn't get it there. And Whitney got down to first base, and Okie put up the first strikeout and he's on first base. But now Okie's got to be careful what he throws this next batter and make sure that it's all strikes and make sure it's something that he can't hit to get the strikeout.
So runner on first right now. The batter up for Des Moines North is Jonah O'Neill, sophomore. O'Neill batting .302 on the season. For Coach Alex Gower and his Polar Bears. Okie's second pitch is swung on and missed as well. Makes the count 2-1 with one out. Runner over at first is Whitney. That pitch from Okie, low and away. 3-1 count right now from Joey Okie. Trying not to get a couple runners on from North. Stares things down. There's the pitch. High fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Loads up the count. Good to see Okie throwing hard again.
Yeah, I mean, if he keeps throwing high cheese, they keep swinging, he's going to keep getting those strikeouts and those swings. I mean, looks like it's going to be a good night if he can keep pitching those pitches.
Again, Okie operating from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Okie gets his third strikeout of the inning.
Goes down swinging for the second out in the top half of the first for North.
Okie going to try to get that
number 23,
sacred 4 strikeouts in an inning. As Kyle Pierce steps up right now. Pierce comes up batting .200 on the year. First pitch outside corner, a little slider from Okie for strike 1. Again, just not a night you'd expect for baseball here in July in Iowa. Here's the 0-1. That is outside corner as well from Okie.
Well, it's crazy about the weather. I mean, July 3rd we had record-breaking temperatures of heat, and then we come today, and then we've got a rainy type day and a little bit lower temperatures.
Okie gets his 4th strikeout in the inning. Des Moines North, no runs off, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the Jaguar, half of the first, back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
We are back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Joey Oki with 4 strikeouts in the top of the first. And we move on to the Jaguar half of the first. Easton Miller coming off a little bit of an injury the last couple weeks, but Easton has come out a totally different batter as he has hit 3 home runs over the last 2 weeks. So really a nice stretch for Easton Miller.
Most definitely, especially because of those back-to-back home runs. It's pretty nice home runs. Sitting outside, everybody's like, go, 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 out, and everybody's excited about it. I mean, what a great kid committed to Iowa State for football. I mean, can't wait to see him on the football field, but it's also a great experience to see him on the baseball field.
Shaukat Safi, the freshman, will be pitching for Des Moines North. We'll get some numbers on him shortly. Safi here on the season has pitched 1 game. No, excuse me. He is pitched 1 game this year. He has pitched 2 innings total on the season. No decisions for Safi, the freshman, as they will get ready to go here. Safi, we call it a non-traditional windup out there. We've seen the Sonequat Safi, the 8th grader. He's got the lone win this year for North. And a story about him on the news about a week ago. He's got the lone win against Marshalltown, and his background comes from playing cricket and throwing that way. And actually looking at Shaukat Safi right now, looks like a very similar windup. That first pitch to Miller misses low and away for ball number 1. Easton Miller, the leadoff hitter for the Jaguars, packs a punch there from the leadoff spot. Wind blowing in just slightly from right field. That pitch swing and a miss from Miller. As Safi throwing it in there about 60 miles an hour. But the movement is completely different from anything the Jaguars have seen this year. 1-1 the count to Easton Miller. That pitch swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1-2 the count right now to Easton Miller from Safi. That pitch swing and a miss. Strike 3. Easton Miller strikes out swinging for out number 1.
Miller goes down on strikes for the first out in the bottom half of the first for Centennial. Now hitting the catcher, number 2.
Safi again throwing this in, I'd say 60 miles an hour tops, but it's just a different movement than the Jaguars have seen. And very much, if you've ever watched a cricket game, that's the way he's throwing it in there. Very much over the top. And first pitch into Severson is a strike.
Jaguars have only seen this type of a little bit slowed down pitching as GCG. We had a problem with it, and then as well as we had a loss over it. But also we had a few errors, but it's just a little bit harder for us to hit those slower pitches.
Here's the 0-2 count to Severson. Pitch is just a bit outside for ball 2, or ball 1, excuse me. Safi, the 1-2 delivery. Ball is popped foul over to the right field side. Nobody on for the Jaguars. 1-2 the count right now to Severson. Pitch hits Severson just a little bit inside. He did not flinch a bit. And that'll send the runner down to first in the form of Nick Severson.
Pitch. Bringing up the first baseman, number 7, Damon Churchman.
Jack Compton will come in to run for Severson.
Jack Compton
And
will be
Damon
courtesy runner for Severson over at
will
first
come up
base.
to the plate. Churchman, runner goes, and Compton does not get a throw. He's in safe at second.
Severson reaches second on the stolen base.
1-0 the count right now to Churchman. And the ball goes behind Churchman, the pitch. And Compton heads to third. He's going to round it. He's going to come home, and he is going to be safe at home. He stole all the way from home on the wild pitch that went behind Damon Churchman. Jack Compton scores from second base.
Compton
And he
scores
showed the
on
wheels.
wild
Great
pitch.
run by Compton, especially to execute it.
Great speed by Compton.
When you see
Makes
something
the
like
play.
that, you got to most definitely take advantage of it and get your team on the board first.
Didn't know if Compton could make it as the catcher came sprinting back to try to get the ball, but Compton, with the wheels, scores all the way from second, 180 feet. Pitch there to Churchman in the dirt for ball 3.
Most definitely was not a surprising thing that they had Compton as their first courtesy runner, especially because he's one of the faster kids, and he did just show that.
And Churchman hits a long shot to left field, and it is off the top of the wall. In left field, Churchman rounding second. He's going to head to third. The cutoff throw goes nowhere, but Churchman's going to hold up at third base. A legit stand-up triple for Damon Churchman off the top of the wall in left field.
Great hit by Churchman, most definitely taking advantage of that baseball that was right there, and most definitely
Now
pulling
hitting
it,
for Centennial, the pitcher,
getting himself
number
a
24,
triple.
Joey Oki.
Joey Oki comes up to the plate now for the Jaguars, a guy that's not only been fun to watch pitch, but fun to watch hit, as he's batting .333 on the season. First pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1. Oki can get a hold of one as well. 1-0 the count to Joey. Pitch comes in, and it is a balk, and that is going to send in Churchman, as Southie did not come set.
Churchman gets home plate on the balk on the pitcher, making the score 2-0.
And the Jaguars get their second run. No pitch. Oki swings on that one. That's a high fly ball to right center field all the way back and off the wall as well. Oki rounding second, heading to third. He's going to get there. He may try to go for 4. Oki rounding third. No, he's going to stay up there as the ball comes into the infield. And Joey Oki with a, I'm not sure how they'll score that. Could be probably a triple. 2 triples in a row for the Jaguars.
Those 3 and 4 hitters are most definitely your most dangerous hitters in the lineup, and Joey Oki and Damon Churchman most definitely showed that.
Runner over at third for Oki.
Cole Pieper steps in to
Now
run
hitting
for
Emerson
Oki, the pitcher, at third
Alberhaske.
base. Emerson Alberhaske comes in. He swings on that one. It bounced over to shortstop, picked up, thrown across the infield, and scooped up. Nice play over there at first base. Made by Dupree. Whitney gets a scoop there off the throw from
grounds
short.
out to
Alberhaske
O'Brien
does
at
score the
shortstop
run.
for the second out.
And the Jaguars
Centennial
now
gets their
ahead
third run on that ground out.
3-0
Now hitting the shortstop, number 5, Lucas Brule.
with 2 outs. Lucas Brule comes up to the plate. Really nice play there by Des Moines North. Brule watches that first pitch on the inside corner for strike number 1. Nothing fancy so far. Coming from Safi as that pitch lined over, picked up a line out over there to the shortstop side there. Play is made, and it's 3-0 Jaguars after 1. Off of 2 hits and a hit batsman. We'll be back right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Centennial comes up with 3.
Summer sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Keystone Home Inspections, Reed Plumbing, the Iowa Rush Soccer Club, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, the Sassy Flower Bakery, Alter Trading Corporation, West 40 Market, Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Rod Brannon with Shelter Insurance, the New York Life offices of Josh Cowart, Dr. Brett Renzi and Health First Chiropractic. U.S. Cellular. The helpful smiles of Hy-Vee. Dr. Christy Semro with iMart Express. And Springer Floor Care.
Leading off.
Welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Top half of the second inning. Center fielder Bryant Poe leading things off for Des Moines North against Joey Oakey. First pitch a little bit up in the zone on the outside for ball one. Jaguars having a tough time in that first inning, timing up the throws of Shaukat Safi. That pitch swing and a miss for strike one to Poe. That pitch is low.
Most definitely a great pitching matchup for both teams. The Jaguars have somewhat of a little trouble hitting a little bit of slower balls, and North is getting a little trouble with Oakey here. So it's a both great defensive matchup, and we'll just see who can get the bats hot.
Oakey's pitch, couple pitches in a row, miss upstairs, and that draws the walk for Poe.
Brian Poe with a leadoff walk in the top half of the
Leadoff
second.
walk here.
Brings up the catcher, number 5, Ian Schaefer.
Ian Schaefer now coming up to the bat for Des Moines North. That pitch swung on and missed for strike number one. Nobody out here in the top of the second.
Great to see Oakey jump back after the walk. Looks like he's back into it.
Oakey comes back working the outside half, not able to get the strike call, evens up the count at one apiece. North threatening here. Oakey swung on and missed again from Ian Schaefer, the freshman. How'd you like to be a freshman stepping up in there against 95-mile-an-hour fastballs from Joey Oakey? Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss on the high cheese, as you called it earlier. Cash, and Oakey gets his 5th strikeout of the night.
Goes down swinging
I mean,
for the
it's
first out
still
in the
there.
top
He's still
half of the
pitching
second for
it,
North.
and they're swinging
Brings
at
up
it.
the
So
pitcher, number 8, Shaukat Safi.
they keep swinging at it. He's gonna keep throwing it. I mean, it's a great combo to throw to a batter that didn't see it coming at all.
Shaukat Safi steps up to the plate. He's got 2 at-bats total on the year. The first pitch to him is on the outside for ball number 1.
He's got a weird grip. He's got backwards grip.
He does. His grip is
That's what's throwing me
reverse.
off. Yeah, it's a reverse grip.
That pitch swing and a miss for strike number 1.
For sure.
Probably the cricket grip.
Yeah, cricket.
Yeah.
Probably the cricket
Yeah.
grip, yep. We've seen that documented about how the couple players from North come from playing cricket. As that pitch on the outside is swung on and missed.
The first pitch is like, what's he doing?
Here's the 1-2. Runner goes, throw down, and not quite in time. Stolen base. Safi's going to strike out for out number 2, the 6th strikeout of the night.
Safi
For
strikes out. Poe reaches
Joey
second
Oakey.
on the stolen base.
I just want to give the
Now
credit
hitting
to
number
the
6,
Safi
the
brothers,
second baseman
especially
Victor
from
Jimenez.
coming from a different country and then coming over here and then coming from cricket and then coming over to play baseball. I mean, it's most definitely a huge change, and as well as we see him on the field tonight looking pretty well, especially from just coming.
Safi from Afghanistan. Again, grew up playing cricket, out for baseball for the first time this year, and one of the pitchers that Des Moines North is using here in the tournament. Couple strikes here now early on to Victor Jimenez for Des Moines North. Runner at second base. That pitch on the outside corner. Oakey, 7 strikeouts in 2 innings. Jags ahead 3-0. Back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Summer sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Nick Jarash Fitness, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ted Sandine Photography, Extreme Services, Sinorama Ankeny, and Amy Wiederin with Coldwell Banker.
And we're back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Powell, Cash Von Bali with you here. Iowa High School Athletic Association postseason baseball action, which is why we are doing audio only here tonight. Full press box here on the north side of a cold, rainy north side of Ankeny tonight.
Honestly, I still can't believe that we hit the record highs on July 3rd, and now we're here a couple days later, and we're freezing our butts off and thinking it's going to be a nice hot 80, 85 degree weather type thing. But we're here playing baseball with a little bit of wetter dirt than usual from the rain, but just glad to be out here playing some baseball is what I would think some of the Jaguar players would say.
Well, these kids play in much colder temperatures, and you play in much colder temperatures in the early part of the spring
Leading off
season.
the bottom half of
We're
the
in
second
club
for the
ball,
Jaguars,
so
number 10.
nothing
left
new.
fielder,
It's just it's been a couple
Sean
of months
Stewart.
since you've had to play in weather this cold. Sean Stewart leading things off here in the bottom half of the second for the Jaguars, leading 3-0. First pitch to Stewart, fly ball to right field, and that is going to drop. For Stewart, he gets a single out there to right field.
Just what coaches want. Get on the bases any way you possibly can. I mean, it might not be pretty, but just get on the base.
Stewart with a
let
loop single down
the next
the
person
right
do
field
their
line.
job, move you
Now hitting
around,
number 3,
and
the right
hopefully
fielder,
get a couple
Cole
runs.
Ryder.
Cole Ryder, who's playing right field today, into the game right now. Jaguars trying for their 30th win of the season. Runner goes, the pitch is low and does not draw a throw.
Stewart with
So
the
Stewart in
base.
there, safe at second. Nobody out here for the Jaguars in the bottom of the second. That pitch is low for ball 2 to Grider. The little pickoff move, and there's a balk called there on Safi, and that will send
Stewart moves
Stewart to
on
third.
the ball.
Second balk of the night. And head coach Alex Gower, and I want to come out here and talk to Safi, who has only pitched in one game leading up to this point. Des Moines North has had a lot of guys pitch throughout the course of the year, but Safi, who just a freshman out there tonight, only has a couple at bats on the season as well. Coach, quick reviewing with him about what he can and can't do on the mound, and he'll come back in against Grider right now with a 2-0 count. No pitch charge with Churchman at third. And the pitch is going to hit Grider square in the back, and he will head down to first base.
Well, we've got a little company out there in the right center field. Looks like we got 2 rabbits out there.
They are running around on the warning track. They're heading towards center field. One's way in front of the other.
We'll see who gets which line. We'll keep you updated on that one. Looks like one just left.
Isaac Brule up to the plate. Brule hijacks one high into left field, and that drops just a couple feet foul. Great effort by the shortstop. To go after that, runners
Great
will
effort out there
remain
by number 24,
at
Keegan
first
O'Brien,
and
short.
third. O'Brien, an excellent effort out there to go chase that down. Couldn't quite get to it, but boy, when he turned on those jets, he was flying over there. 0-1 the count right now to Brule. Brule shows bunt, pops it up, and it is fouled off. Brule not happy with his execution of that play as the runner was going a little hit and run there. And the count quickly 0-2 to Brule. This is Isaac Brule right now, the younger of the 2 Brule brothers. They man up the middle infield for the Jaguars. Runners on first and third for the Jags. 0-2 the count. And looks like we're getting another balk. Runner's going to come. And I didn't see what happened there, Cash. Did he turn his shoulders, or what was the situation there?
I honestly didn't see. Another run comes across play for the Jaguars. Honestly,
Stewart scores on the ball.
being the
Ryder
pitcher right
moves
now,
to
all I
second
can
base.
think about is calming down, take a breath, and go to the next pitch.
I think Southfeet just turned enough. Runner goes. Brule, gets through the 5.5 hole, and that's going to bring around a score. That's going to bring around Grider. Brule in there safe at first base on the single. Jags now take a 5-0 lead here in the
Brule with
bottom of the
a base hit
second.
to left field, scores Grider with the 5th Centennial run. We go back to the
4 hits
top
for
of
the
the
Jags.
order
We're back
for
at the
Jags.
top of the
Number
order with
16,
Easton Miller.
Center fielder Easton Miller.
Possibly a little bit of couple fireworks from Easton, possibly a home run, but looks like
Or
it's
he'll
going to
get
be
hit
hit
in
by
the elbow.
pitch.
Yeah, he'll get hit in the elbow there and put runners at first and second. So the third hit batsman of the night for
Miller is hit by the
Safi.
pitch, moves Brule up to second base. Now hitting number 2, the catcher.
Heads
Nick
up to
Severson.
second. Nick Severson now, the catcher, back up to the plate. Jaguars with runners at first and second look for the double steal. The runners go. There's a pitch, and it is a ball low and outside. And the runners do go safe at second and third, and that's a ball
Both
there
Brule
on
and Miller
Severson.
move up.
Looking at Severson, most definitely the full season. He's got one heck of a great season. I haven't seen him strike out yet. I mean, he might have had a couple strikeouts, but haven't seen him strike out. Most definitely, he's one of those hitters that'll contact something and something that a coach can trust a kid on, bringing somebody in.
And Severson, after he gets ahead 2-0 in the count, pitch comes in. It's a fat one down Broadway, and he takes a mighty whack at it. And it's a miss, so it makes the count 2-1. With runners at second and third, here's the pitch. Little knuckleball coming in there from Safi, and that misses high. That is ball number 3. Some action now going on down in the bullpen. Looks like Sadaquat Safi down there warming up for North. Pitch comes in, Severson fouls it off once again, loads up the count. Just a non-traditional delivery coming in from Safi here, Shakat Safi, as it looks very much like if you've ever watched a cricket game. Coming in there from the top of the pitcher's mound, 60 feet, 6 inches away. Ball almost has a little shot put type delivery to it. Safi, that pitch swung on, fouled off once again. Actually, that was almost right through a bird that found itself flying through right field here for the Jaguars. Runners still on second and third for the Jags. Nick Severson at the plate with a full count. Here's a pitch, and it hits Severson. That's going to load up the bases. Full count hit batsman. And the Jaguars now with bases loaded.
Loading up the bases, bringing up number 7, the first baseman, Damon Churchman.
That'll bring up Damon Churchman. Another Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution coming in tonight. Jack Compton coming in to run at first base for Severson. And Compton was able to score the first run of the game for the Jaguars. He scored from second base on a wild pitch. First pitch swung on, popped up back towards us. My buddy Alex Cohen last night was calling the game for the Iowa Cubs. Lost two different laptops to foul balls on his open window over the last 2 days. I was waiting for a fly ball deep to left for Castellano as he was telling the story to me about that. But Cohen, RIP to his two. As that one's off the bag down the third baseline, that's going to score 1. Here comes Miller around to score as well. And into third base, safe over there at third. Jaguars played a couple more off the hit down the left field line there from Damon Churchman.
I'll most definitely say that Churchman's one of the most definitely one of the better hitters I've seen. Impressive hitters at the plate, especially when Jaguars are in a little bit of a struggle or if they're in somewhere where they need a couple runs. I mean, he got the double here for the Jaguars. I mean, he's had it in a couple tight games. He started a couple different things, and obviously we see here that he brought in a couple runs for the Jaguars with the bases used.
Joey Oki watches the first pitch outside for ball number 1 with runners on second and third. Okie fouls that one off over towards the north dugout down the first base side. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. No, Alex Cohen's got a fun little video on his Twitter and Facebook of the foul ball coming off to the right side at Principal Park. And for 2 nights in a row, he loses a laptop due to his open window and a foul ball coming right through it. Unfortunate accident there. 7-0 here in the bottom of the second. Nobody out for the Jaguars. Pitch swung on and fouled off once again for Okie.
Can't do much when you lose laptops. I mean, it's most definitely something I would probably end up crying over, losing the second one. Probably would not feel the best either, and probably go to the seller that sold them and said, "Yep, that was me. Got shattered by a ball."
So we keep the windows closed. That and the air conditioning. A couple of reasons why we keep the windows closed here at Centennial. 2-2 the count right now to Okie after that pitch was in the dirt. Here's a pitch from Safi. Okie swung on. That is a shot to left field, all the way back to the wall, and that is out of here. A home run to left field, about 340 feet to left field for Joey Okie, and that's going to make the score 10-0 here in the bottom of the second with nobody out. Okie clears the bases. Not much doubt about that, Cash, for Okie was that left his bat.
Not at all. I mean, one of the hitters that you can depend on. Anything, depend on him with the on the mound, and you can depend on hitting. Brings in the runs and gets the Jaguar lead up by 10.
Okie's first home run of the year. Definitely not the first home run of his career, but the first home run of the year. And that'll bring up Emerson Alberhaski now with nobody out. His pitch swung on and fouled off in the right field for strike 1. Jaguars taking care of business as we hoped they would right now. 10 runs off 6 hits. There actually has not been any North errors. Alberhaski, shot over to shortstop, throws it across the infield. Nice play over there, the old 6-3 double play.
Great hit by Alberhaski. I mean, can't do much, went right to him. But most definitely want to give him credit for hustling down the baseline. I mean, that can make a big difference, especially if the first baseman missed it, or there's a difference in the play.
Tegan O'Brien having a nice game tonight at shortstop for Des Moines North. And Isaac Brule, the older of the 2 Brule brothers, steps up to the plate now with 1 out. Brule first pitch, swing and a miss, a big whack at it for strike number 1 to Brule. 0-1 the count right now to Isaac. That pitch swung and fouled off quickly behind in the count is Brule. Don't forget to stick around after the game. We'll name our Lamberti Goki Lucci Law player of the game. 0-2 the count right now to Isaac Brule. Pitch swung on. That's a little flare, a little duck snort out into right field. Brule going to be in there, safe at first base. Thought about second. He rounded it hard. Watched the throw, and he is back in there, safe at first. So a 1-out single there for Isaac Brule.
Not 100% sure if Isaac Brule runs track, but he's one of the faster kids on the Jaguar team. Most definitely, if he did run track, I would be scared to be lining up right next to him. I mean, one of the faster kids. Pretty sure he wrestles too.
He does wrestle. I've not seen him on the track, but I've seen him win a lot of wrestling matches. Yep. Both the Brule brothers, I imagine the living room at home is probably pretty clear of sharp corners.
Oh, yeah.
As he gets a big lead over there at first. Stewart is going to watch the first pitch down the middle for a strike, but Brule is safe in at second on the stolen base. And the count's 0-1 to Sean Stewart. Stewart lines that one right back up the middle. Brule's going to come around to score as that ball hit the wet outfield grass and died. Ripped it right over second base.
Brule with a shot.
And the Jags score another. It's now 11-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Jaguars most definitely are putting their foot on the pedal now, and we're in second inning. And I'm guessing they're like, we've most definitely got to put our foot on the pedal, and we can't give up now.
Grider puts that one right up the middle, and it looks like they're going to try to turn 2, but no, the throw is high from second to short, and runners are safe everywhere. Excuse me, right idea. But just a came
Ryder
a little bit
reaches
high
on
there
the error
from second base. First error of the
second
night
base.
on North, and the Jaguars now have runners at first and second.
Stewart moves up to
And
second
stepping up
base.
to the plate is the younger of the Brule
Now
brothers,
hitting number
Isaac.
29, the second baseman, Isaac Brule.
Really good crowd on hand here tonight to watch the Jaguars in this first postseason game. Brule rips that one. It's fair down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. Coming around to score is Stewart. And also coming around to score the 12th run of the night for the Jaguars is Grider. And Brule is going to be in there safe at third with a stand-up triple, the third of the night for the
Stewart and Ryder
Jaguars.
score
Beautiful
on the
hit by
triple down the
Brule to
left
get
field
the,
line for Isaac
to
Brule.
get it. I mean, most definitely wanted to mention that he's a switch hitter. You don't usually see that as much, but put that one
We go
in there.
back
Got
to
the
the top
triple,
of the
brought
order
in
for
some
Centennial,
Jaguar
number
runs,
16,
and got the
Easton
Jaguars
Miller.
up a couple runs.
Back to the top of the order with Easton Miller. First pitch in the dirt for ball one. Brule came a little ways home, but decided to hang back. Head back to third. One out. 13-0, Jags in the lead. Pitch comes in there for a strike on Easton Miller. Evens up the count at one apiece.
Miller got hit last at bat, possible fireworks. Like I was gonna say possible fireworks, but he most definitely had hit by a pitch the last time.
And that pitch heads to the backstop on the pass ball. And coming in to score is Brule.
Isaac Brule scores on the pass ball.
And that makes the score 14-0 right now, Jaguars. Jaguars can get one more run and then hold Des Moines North in the top of the third to no runs. That'll be the ball game, and the Jaguars will head on. We're going to play 4 innings. I thought we just had to play 3. All right, too many softball games this year. Easton Miller hacks that one out into right center field for another single for the Jaguars.
Amazing vision. Great bat right now for Easton Miller, especially at the top of the lineup. Started it off. I mean, he's one of those
Miller
batters.
with a
Looking back
base
at
hit to
softballs,
right
I
field.
know it's baseball. Looking at
Brings up number
softball,
2,
I mean,
the catcher,
top-
Nick Severson.
first person up to bat. I mean, it's somebody that they can expect to get a hit. Mackenzie James, Easton Miller, one of the 2 people that can get the hits.
Safi goes to the curveball there on Severson. It misses inside for ball number 1. Easton Miller over there at first. 14-0, Jags in the lead. Fouled off there straight to the backstop. All timed up, just not solid contact there from Severson. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Pitch coming in, that's a fly ball, shallow into left field. Heading over there is O'Brien, and he makes the play. Tegan O'Brien from the shortstop spot. It's the
Severson
second out of
pops
the
out
inning.
to the shortstop, Tegan O'Brien, for the second out of
And that'll keep
bottom of the
Miller
second.
at first. And bring up once again Damon Churchman.
Now hitting number 7, Damon Churchman.
Pitch to Churchman. Churchman pops it up, and that is going to be... Oh, almost caught up against the fence. Great effort back there by the catcher, Ian Schaefer, for Des Moines North. He was right up against the backstop. Had to find it. Couldn't quite haul it in, and that's just going to be a dramatic strike 1 to Damon Churchman. Pitch upstairs, evens up the count at 1 apiece. $14-0, Jags in the lead here in the bottom of the second. Here's a pitch swung on, that is foul ball, just foul. Down the third baseline there from Churchman. He didn't miss that by much. Tomorrow night we'll have another production here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. The softball team, ranked number 1 in the state, will take on Des Moines East. Right behind us right now is that pitch. That is a long fly ball to left center field, and underneath it, making the play out there in left field. And 14-0, we head to the top of the third, and we'll be back after this. O'Neill got the catch out there in left. 14-0 Jaguars back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
walks into Nick Drosh Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Andy Pollock, Cash Von Bali back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire, as the Jaguars right now in this audio-only presentation of Iowa High School Athletic Association postseason baseball, leading 14-0, and the scoreboard a little deceiving right now because we don't go double digits in an inning. The Jags had 3 in the first and 11 in the second, so we get the flashing 1 to show us that it's 11 out there on the second inning.
Now pitching for Centennial, number 4, Easton Pratt. Leading off the top half of the third for North, the right fielder, number 13, A.J. Guthrie.
A.J. Guthrie leading things off. Easton Miller, the number 2 pitcher for the Jaguars this year, in right now to throw for the Jags. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch is a ball. Pratt, excuse me, Easton Pratt.
Yeah.
Wrong Easton.
He's one of the. Didn't see him as much during basketball season. I mean, we did still see him a decent amount, but he did get injured, I'm pretty sure, towards the beginning of the year. But came in as a great athlete for basketball and baseball.
Guthrie goes down swinging for the
He
first
strikes out Guthrie for the first
We'll
out
go
of
back
the
to
inning here, the
order
top of the
for
third.
Number 24, the shortstop, Tegan O'Brien.
Tegan O'Brien back up to the top of the order. First pitch to him, swing and a miss for strike number 1. Pratt working very fast out there on the hill. That pitch, swing and a miss as well. He does not mess around out there. He is catch and release.
O'Brien most definitely is trying to take something here, and it's one of the better hitters on the Des Moines North team. He's most definitely going to try to take something hard.
And Pratt gets him
O'Brien
though on the
goes down
swinging strike
for the
3.
Second out for the Polar Bears.
And that'll bring up Dupree Whitney.
Now hitting the first baseman, number 12, Dupree Whitney.
Who's had a nice game over at first base tonight. Pratt again just catch and throw right away. He's playing catch back here with Severson. First pitch is a strike, and before I can look up, he's into his delivery once again, and that is a strike called as well. No messing around when Easton Pratt is pitching. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses just upstairs. Was he just one pitch away from an immaculate inning there?
Yeah.
And that one's fouled off, so he would have got it anyway.
He had a ball earlier.
He did have a ball, okay.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
1-2 the count right now from Miller to Dupree Whitney. There's a curveball, doesn't quite snap off, stays upstairs, evens up the count at 2 apiece.
You most definitely see curveballs on the 1-2 pitch. I mean,
There it is, goes to the low fastball, excuse me, about 88 miles an hour.
Whitney goes down looking for the final out. And
most definitely a
top
good
half of the
pitch
third
by
for North.
Easton Pratt to
Come up
come
with
in
no
and
runs,
take
no hits, no errors,
Oki's
there were
spot. Most
no
definitely
runners
filled
left
in
on
the
base.
great
We
way he
concluded
possibly
2
could.
1/2 innings of play.
We'll head to the bottom
The
half
score
of the third.
remains
Jaguars in the
Centennial
lead,
Jaguars
14-0.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. A couple Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitutions coming in, starting off here with Easton Pratt, now the pitcher.
Number 2's pitching too.
And also a change there. We have got Sanaquat Safi Pitching for Des Moines North.
The pitcher versus pitcher matchup. Most definitely a matchup in club ball and, I don't know, always in club ball and high school ball. Basically, anywhere you're playing, it's always interesting to see.
So Safi, an 8th grader, has the lone win on the season for Des Moines North. And he's definitely coming in with some heat with his delivery. Nothing. Jaguars in the lead here as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Easton Pratt stepping up right now. Does not have a whole lot of at-bats. Gets a big round of applause from the crowd as he steps up.
Now pitching for the Polar Bears, Sadaka Safi. Now hitting for Centennial, number 4, the pitcher.
With his first
Easton
at-bat
Pratt.
of the year. Watches the first pitch on the inside corner for a strike.
Well, honestly, you can't say that that wasn't a good look. I mean, first at bat of the year, you got to take a look at something there. Get used to it.
Yeah, second pitch brushes him off the plate quite a bit. Pratt up there, all smiles from Easton as he's looking forward. It's good to see that he knows how to hold a bat. Didn't know for sure if he knew the right way to hold it, but he's got it as he fouls that one off for strike 2.
Go back to the movie Adventure Wars, most definitely.
So 1-2 the count right now to Easton Pratt from Sadaki Safi. Pratt watches that pitch, just misses inside.
Very, very close pitch. I mean, he thought it was the ball, Pratt thought it was the ball, and Des Moines North thought it wasn't.
Pratt pops one up over the left side underneath it, and making the play over on the third base side is Kyle Pierce for out number 1.
Pratt pops out to Kyle Pierce for the first out.
You don't usually see a lot
and
of
the
people
third
that
for
pop
Centennial.
out or get out smiling, but especially first at
Now
bat,
hitting
you can't do
number
much
28,
except smile.
Will Morris.
Will Morris now comes up to the plate. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. 14-0 in the bottom of the 3rd right now, and Morris takes one right in the middle of the back as he will head down to first base. And that'll bring up Lucas Brule.
Well, most definitely with the hit by pitches, most
Now
definitely
hitting
you
number
gotta
5,
turn to your
the
back.
shortstop,
I
Lucas
mean,
Brule.
it was probably off speed there, but especially on those fastballs, you gotta turn to your back.
Brule fouls one off over into right field for strike 1.
Not turning to your back can get you consequences. I mean, I've already in my baseball season, I've had a couple consequences with hit by pitches. I mean, I've leaned towards them. I've opened up to them. So ultimately messed up my wrist this year. So.
Don't do what Cash did.
Don't do it at all.
Brule lines that one out into center field, and that's going to drop for the hit. And that's going to skip by everybody out in center field as it goes by Bryant Poe, and holding up at third base over there is Morris. So a single with an error on the extra base for Brule.
Brule with a
Puts
base
runners
hit,
at
takes
second
on the
and
air
third
in
with
center
one out
field.
here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Morris moves over to third, and now hitting
Morris
the left
heads to
fielder,
3rd.
number 10, Sean Stewart.
Sean Stewart watches that first pitch inside for strike 1.
Back to a little bit of a little sprinkling off and on here on stadium.
That second pitch is outside. Yeah, that rain's just been circling around us all day. We're getting that recycled rain, raining harder now than it has been since the game has started tonight. That ball, ground ball up the middle. There's a little error there, and safe at first over there is Stewart, and the run does score to make it 15-0 Jaguars.
Well, honestly, with the rain going
Stewart
on,
reaches on the
I mean,
air at
we've
second
had a
base.
couple different
Morris scores.
organizations have
Brule
had to
moves over
cancel
to
because
third,
of the
now
rain.
hitting number 3,
Baseball,
Cole
honestly,
Ryder.
now I just, as me playing baseball, then they're probably feeling like, you know what, let's just play in spring. It'd be a little bit extra fun.
And that pitch gets away, and coming in to score is Lucas Brule to make it 16-0.
Brule scores on the wild pitch. Stewart moves up to second base.
Stewart moves to second, and the count is 1-0 right now. 16-0 Jaguars in the lead. That pitch is outside, gets away once again. So Grider at the plate, 2-0, the count to him.
Stewart moves up to third.
Stewart over at third base. Rain's starting to fall harder, but it hasn't chased any fans away. Great crowd here tonight on the north side of Ankeny. 2-0 the count. Pitch, swing and a miss from Grider.
It's a good cut overall. I mean, can't do much. I mean, it was a good cut. I mean, you missed the ball. You just got to go up here now and get yourself a hit.
Safi very close to a balk as he just gets right into his delivery from the stretch. Pitch is fouled off. Makes the count full right now, 3-2. Yeah, there's no pause there, but nothing being called, but the pitch is in the dirt anyway. And that'll be ball 4.
Grider draws.
Looking for a couple new balls right now as things getting a little wet. Grider draws a walk now with runners at first and third for the Jags. Brule.
Foul hitting for Centennial, number 29, second baseman Isaac Brule.
Brule with runners in the corners. Jaguars leading 16-0. Pitch over there. Oh, a hard hop coming off over there at Pierce. Pierce over at shortstop. O'Brien over at shortstop takes a hop off the shoulder blade. Ow. His arm is hanging there. He is not too excited about running that ball back into the infield. He's going to have Coach Gower come in to check on him.
Can't do much on those hops. I mean, those are honestly one of those things that you hope that never happens, especially when you're there and it goes off the base. I mean, it's one of the scarier things when you have your face there. I mean, just couldn't do much about it. The dirt was there and hopped up and just hit him.
Yeah, it came right off the lip of the grass into the dirt. And they're going to look at his throwing shoulder right now. It looks, actually, no, they're going to look at his left arm. It's feeling off the collarbone right now. I don't think it would have been enough to break anything, but definitely going to feel that. Might have a mark.
Well, it's definitely one of those scarier type things when you've got those lips of grass that are a little bit of separated from the dirt, comes off at you, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of infielders go check that out before they hit the field.
Tegan O'Brien going to get escorted off the field right now as his right arm is hanging there. He does not look to be in too much pain, but that's something that can definitely affect you the rest of the evening. And the Jaguars now leading 17-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Jack Compton going to come up to the plate on the 0-2 count.
Foul hitting for Centennial.
Or excuse me, runners on first and second. No count on the play right now. Compton's first pitch lined up there. Another nice play there at second. They're going to look to turn 2, not quite in time. Nice play, though, over there at second base. And the Polar Bears have had to rotate around all their infielders right now due to the injury to O'Brien.
Well, the speedy Compton got on base. You usually see him doing the
Ryder moves up to
subbing to run, but he got the hit, or went to second baseman, went out. Still got on base for the Jaguars. Great at bat overall.
Leighton Cole coming in for the Jaguars right now to hit. Leading 17-0. 0-1 is the count to him. Jaguars with runners in the corners as the rain continues to fall. Cole, that's right up the middle, and the play is going to be booted over there at shortstop. And another run comes across to score from third, and the Jaguars now with runners at first and second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Can't do much here as player, Des Moines North players and coaches. I mean, they're executing what you're throwing strikes. I mean, honestly, it's just Jaguars are getting balls and gaps.
Preston Glatt gets a hold of one that's back into the power alley, and diving catch not made over there. Glatt rounding second. He's going to score 2. No, just scores 1. But Glatt put that right up to the fence in the power alley in left center field.
That was a great hit by Glatt. I mean, you can't. I mean, it's a strike right there. Once again, North putting all their effort into it. It's most definitely showing, and they're doing what they can.
Couple diving attempts out there in left center field by North. No lack of effort from them tonight. Great hard shown, but just don't have the hosses to hang with the Jags right now, who lead 19-0. Runners on second and third. Have a line over there. Take the play at second base there for Jimenez, and the Jaguars score 2 more.
Most definitely want to give credit to Glatt about the win on Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday against Roosevelt.
Yes, that was Glatt. Yep.
Yeah. Most definitely want to give him credit about that one. He was pitching pretty well. I wasn't there. I was watching on Game Changer with his dad at his younger brother's practice, but we were watching his game, and he was doing pretty well. So it was a good hit from Glatt.
I thought that was Miller just.
So Will Morris back up to the plate right now. Second ball makes it 2-0. Morris nearly gets hit. Makes it count 3-0. Still getting sprinkles here on the north side. They're cold sprinkles tonight as Morris watches that pitch for ball number 4.
Great at bat by the ninth grader. I mean, coming in to play varsity.
Morris is
one huge accomplishment, especially in the state. I mean, that's just adding on to your goal board as a high school baseball player.
Robert Mann steps up to the plate. First pitch is going to be just foul down the third baseline. I was waiting for a call from the umpire. He must have yelled it. I can't hear him up here. So that just becomes a long strike for Mann. Mann, senior outfielder.
Senior coming out swinging. First pitch. So it was a good cut. Just barely a little bit of foul.
0-1 the count. Runners on first and second. That pitch is called on the inside corner for strike number 2 to Robert Mann. Mann lines that one, and that's going to be a hit out into right center field. Jaguars going to hold everybody up. Nope, going to bring one more around to score here for the Jags. That is Kyle Miller coming around to score.
Great work by Mann to get that hit over the second baseman's head. It's not easy, especially when you got those middle infielders that have the good verticals and jumps and speed and all that stuff. I mean, it's not easy. It was a great single play.
Ryan Weiss steps up to the plate now for the Jags.
Lost it in my book.
Weiss fouls that one off.
I got thrown off. Got back on track.
22-0. Jags lead here in the bottom of the third.
No.
Weiss, up the middle it goes, and North steps on second base, and our backup shortstop makes the play. I didn't get a number as he came in. See if I can get him here quick as he heads in the dugout. They moved him over from third. That was Kyle Pierce coming over from third. We head to the top of the fourth. Jaguars in the lead, 22-0.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Drosh Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Audio-only presentation tonight for the Iowa High School Athletic Association postseason tournament. Andy Pollock and Cash Money, Cash Von Bali here with us tonight as the Jaguars lead Des Moines North 22-0 as we start the top of the fourth. If the Jaguars get their 3 outs here, it is over due to the mercy rule. Emerson Alberhaski, the Jaguars pitcher, comes in right now. This will be the 4th pitcher the Jags have used tonight. Third in 4 innings.
I won't lie, I was a little sad that Andy said you're going to be coming behind the mic tonight and you're not going to be doing camera work because we can't do the camera work for state stuff. But, you know, it's been an exciting game for the Jaguars. It's also been a great time behind the mic with Andy, and it usually always is. So.
Well, we'd like to get the baseball game on Wednesday night for the Jags to go to state. We'd love to get that on. We need some help, though. That costs. There's a postseason fee involved, so if anybody would like to chip in for that, get a hold of us here, please. If there's a business that would like to sponsor to get that on, please let us know. We'd love to bring the video and send the Jags off to state. Alberhaski's first pitch to Jonah O'Neill is in there for strike 1, fouled off. Here's the 0-1. Pitch is just upstairs for ball 1, evens up the count.
It was just a little high. I mean, didn't see it all the way through, possibly went halfway, but ultimately called the ball.
That pitch is inside for ball 2. Alberhaski here up against Jonah O'Neill as the rain continues to fall. That pitch misses inside as well. Makes the count 3-1.
If you're listening in from somewhere down south, I'm very jealous right now. You're probably not getting as much rain as we are here.
Alberhaski misses that one outside and draws a walk. There for O'Neill.
O'Neill with a leadoff walk.
That'll bring up Kyle Pierce.
Hitting number 23,
Started off the
Kyle
game at
Pierce.
third base, now playing shortstop. Alberhaski's first pitch is a strike as a very defensive swing there from Pierce. Nearly spins him out of his shoes. Safe lead over at first. Here's the pitch. That is just upstairs for ball 1. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll have softball action here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Jaguars try to win their first round game. The number 1 ranked Jaguars softball team trying to beat Des Moines East to move within 1 game from the state tournament a week from Monday, starting in Fort Dodge. As that pitch swung on and missed from Alberhaski, and he gets a swing and a miss there to Pierce for strike 3.
It was definitely a great swing by Pierce. I mean, a great effort by all polar bears up at the plate. I mean, coming up to hit against Joey Oakey's one of the most definitely biggest challenges you could get as a baseball player nowadays.
Alberhaski's first pitch to Bryant Poe is in there for strike number 1. Jaguar baseball team has big postseason dreams right now, trying to make it to Iowa City and win the school's first state baseball title. That pitch from Alberhaski is in there for strike number 2. And they're starting off that postseason run in style tonight, leading 22-0 over Des Moines North.
Jaguars most definitely have the effort and all the utensils and stuff that they need to bring it to state and bring home the championship and call the Jaguars state champs for a year and then come back and then play state again.
That pitch swung on and missed by Poe and a strikeout for Alberhaski.
Poe goes down swinging for the second out for the Polar Bears in the top of the 4th.
And the last hopes for Des Moines North right on the bat of
Now
catcher
hitting for
Ian
North,
Schaefer.
catcher, number 5.
With 2
Ian
outs here
Schaefer.
in the top of the 4th. Jaguars trying to close this out with a 15-run rule. Or the 22-run rule as it stands right now. First pitch is a ball from Alberhaski.
As being Alberhaski on the mound, possibly in this last out, most definitely have to stay focused on this third out because lots of stuff happens on the 2-out stuff and then a possible 2-out rally for the Polar Bears. So he's just got to stay focused on strikeout.
That pitch is a strike. Jaguars will look to move on. Well, assuming they finish this out right now, they will play the winner of Fort Dodge versus the winner of Ames and Waterloo East. They will play that game on Wednesday night here at Ankeny Centennial at 7. Fort Dodge was 8-4 winners over Roosevelt tonight, so the Jags will not have to play Roosevelt for the second time in this postseason. And Schaefer goes out swinging, and that'll do it. Jaguars, 22 runs off 15 hits. They did not commit an error, and there were no hits for Des Moines North tonight. A combined no-hitter from Joey Oakey, Easton Pratt, and Emerson Alberhaski. So the Jaguars start off the postseason in style. Your closing thoughts here, Cash Von Valley?
I mean, you can't really do much as Des Moines North. I mean, they work their butts off. They work their tails off. I mean,
Time of the game, 1 hour, 7 minutes.
I mean, we had an injury earlier for the Polar Bears. I mean, they shifted around. Their players were doing what they possibly could on the shift. I mean, I can't say much on them. They're one team that can play some ball. Looking back at the Jaguars are a team that, like I said, has everything that they possibly need to go to a state championship, bring it home, and then go to the next season as state champs. But right now, it's as Coach High, I would most definitely be telling my players, all you can do is take it day by day. I mean, it's a day-by-day game. It's a hard game. It's a mental game. It's a game that doesn't get easier. It gets tougher each round you go.
22-0. Jaguars will get a bye in the next round, and they will play on a Wednesday night versus the winner of Ames, Waterloo East, and Fort Dodge. For a chance to go to state at Iowa City the following week, we'll be back here on Centennial Digital for audio only tomorrow night as the Jaguars softball team, ranked number 1 in the state, takes on Des Moines East. For Cash Von Valley, I'm Andy Pollock. Thanks for watching tonight. This has been another production of